This is Pod 5, the first fully immersive sleep system. Intelligent.
Oh, that is just good Halo right there.
Biker. Thank you, Reese. One bite of salad and I dropped some on the floor, bro. I've been scrambling today, bro. I had 2 coaching sessions before going live today. And I've had like no time for lunch. I had this like fish cauliflower rice thing. I don't even know what it was. And then I have some salad. I had a protein shake. Didn't really get much of a workout in today. Slush, let's go.
That is just good Halo right there. That is just damn good Halo.
My God. Only reason I got a Twitch right now. You're the GOAT. Hey, Slush, you're a GOAT, man. Thank you so much for the consistent support, and welcome back to the chat. I love to see it, man. I'm glad I can give you guys some motivation, a little bit of energy to get excited about Halo every single freaking day. Every day. How much for coaching? 60 per session. It's been good. We have a lot of motivated students, which is nice at all different levels of play. Both my students were like Plat 1, high gold level, so those are always I have a lot.
Session if it's 60, it can't be an hour, right?
For sure.
The way it's $1 a minute.
How's it no optic scrim? That's an excellent question. I got no freaking idea. Apparently, there was a last-minute cancellation from the team that they were playing against. One of the LATAM teams.
That is just good Halo right there.
Coots with Prime.
Damn good Halo. My God.
My God, 5 months in a row. Love to see it. Maybe not in a row, but 5 months in total. Coots, thank you, man. Welcome back. Chat, sub ideas, badge ideas. We're working on them. I sent them over to the artist. We're gonna do an optic glaze badge, and we're gonna do a biased emote and an optic glaze. I was thinking the biased emote is money themed. It's like gold text with money theme. You guys like that? Biased, like BUYEST, and then an optic glaze emote with like the donut. And then for the badges, I'm thinking it's gonna be like a helmet that's a mix between Mandalorian and Shy Guy, taking vibes from like the Spartan helmet that Nick Merckx uses, and taking influence from like Ninja's simple ninja face logo, combining the masks together basically. So you have like the eyes of the Mando, but then oh my God, what a layup! Holy, well, alley-oop, I mean, whatever that was, he just threw it so far. 3-3. And then I think as you stay subbed longer, the lower half of the mask will disappear, revealing the beard, right? So you're going to get a beard, and then the beard, I was thinking, like, grows in length. And then the last one I want to be, like, a big, like, wide, like, wizardly, warrior freaking crazy beard that I don't even have. And then make it gold for the last one. Slush with the gifted. Exotic, welcome.
That is just damn good Halo.
My God. Good idea, but don't think it's possible. What? Slush, thank you for the gifted. For the hype train. We got a hype train incoming, guys. Let's keep it going.
Cool.
If you ain't
Not adding you on Discord. Add these nuts in your mouth.
So, is there a way where we can make people able to choose their sub badges and make it the top 4 teams and then Shyway stuff? Yeah, it sounds kind of complicated. I mean, it's not a bad idea, but I want my badges to be unique to my community, and I want cooler badges to be limited to the people who have subbed for longer, right? So ideally the badge is going to get more interesting and more badass looking, hopefully, the longer that you're subscribed.
Get yourself half a stick of gum, bro.
Get myself half a stick of gum. Wait, why? What does that mean? Is that supposed to slow me down? Thank you for the biddies. Food for
Pretty
thought.
sure he was saying that due to the cost. He's giving you 45 biddies.
4-3 right now. Last shot just ducking nades left and right. No idea how this guy's alive. Am I bugging, or am I the only one seeing the thumbnail and title same as yesterday's? Ah, shit. You are. Shit. I always forget this.
I'll say you just did that the other day.
Thank you. Biker boy. My God, 2 months. Prime Gaming. Let's go. Thank you so much, man. A limited time during exclusive 2 months. You on the hype train? Welcome back. Halo Infinite. Okay, it's changed now. I'm going to edit one more time. So the problem with SSG, Shopify Halo Script is the title. And we got a thumbnail with 14 on it with the open SSG complexity. Or SR, sorry, SR versus complexity. It's 4-4 with a minute 32. We got a game down to the wire. Game 2 with the Scram here. Liz, what's up, man? Welcome. That's it.
He's touching my fucking nose.
World 2 with a little bob and weave at the
One
tail
fucking
end.
mustache
Maybe
hair,
not
bro.
necessary. They'll plant it in for a 5-4. Good effort. That is complexity to bring it that close versus the number 1. Come on. Optic not scripted. Good. So I heard that they had a lot of teams they were playing against in Ether. I'm just going to Ether. And that there was a last minute cancellation. That's what I was told by my Discord. SR 14 you don't even have to watch. That was relatively close. We're going to jump around, right? So while that's happening, we've got Precision's POE on Envy. Later today, we're doing live coaching with Ethan. I haven't played the game in 2 days, so I'm a little worried. But if you're going to play the game, Ethan's going to play ranked with us, and then I think a mod review. So late night. Wait, let's get it. I'm not even in Onyx yet. I'm gonna try to get Onyx before we have our session with you. Excited about the stick with Halo going forward. Obviously I'm leading Halo, but I'm looking forward to the reviews. Keeping an eye out. Five guys. My bad.
Well, we got like
a lot going on.
week and a half before split day 2. There's so many things that are happening every second that I keep up with. Samantha, welcome. Not ranked that. I haven't played many games, but we are ranked. We're ready on it. Well, not sure about a bit. I gotta look for a bit perspective. Collects the recently signed first time thumbnail for the YouTube, which is kind of cool. We had a cool play graphic that I retweeted earlier today. 12 Halo teams in pools. Every team is sponsored. W, right? It's been a while since we've had every single auto play, all sponsored. We do have a sponsor for roster who's not even in. See the drop pod episode? They talked about SSD problems. Yeah, Broward did an excellent job of piloting all this. So type !SSD in chat if you haven't seen the video. Go watch it. We'll probably react to it, or we don't really need to react because it's well put together. But I can play it with you guys on stream a little bit later. Professional badminton. I actually played on a badminton team in grade 2. Little red. Twitch, my bad. Exclamation mark. I'll send you the link. Is that a thing that we can add to YouTube? Here's the link that I was referring to. Broward just posted it the live review half an hour ago. Precision is deadly. Definitely the main slayer, damage dealer type role on this team. And the second position is dependent, I think, carries some of that weight as well. Boost of confidence. Teammates, Biggie and Jackson. They're feeling pretty good about their chances. They're standing, kind of going into the lane. But of course, it's a big moment, right? It's where it's at. Let's see what happens.
relatively new to the sport, and he doesn't get his flowers probably. That was a straight double right there. Hey, that was bad. Immortally in response to he's thinking gold. It looks like he's right. Already snapping the punch. Push up. Long haul. Not gonna let him get far.
Fucking
Right?
aim,
Like,
man.
Boo-boo, POVs, machine gun. That's correct. I'll look for a protection. But SSG might not be shooting theirs, POVs. And I think the dialogue around SSG right now, safe to say, not going to not wanting to put the gameplay on the screen. Oh, you got it done. Oh, thank you so much, man. Just go.
Make those bullets stay, Spark.
2:45 here, 5 seconds to close it out. SSG was at a position who sits at, I believe, 21-11. Bro, that's reasonably dating eBay just for good cuts. Double hit out long together. One set of captures and then GG. Two Albert SR is close to Salty Hill. I'm gonna snap there. That might be GG right here. Supposed to die. Giving another defense. Collapse on A. Collect somehow killing Jackson. 3-2. Must collect from their picks. Send it low. Straight pass. Are you aware of Precision? He's only got, he doesn't have a large following, so ideally more people are aware of Precision.
Good old-fashioned takedown.
I don't think that's what he's saying. He's saying that I'm usually revenue flow. A better way to do it would be between revenue share and the viewership. That's like what he's implying. Yeah, like I see where it's coming from, but at the same time, I think there's a difference between just providing no content or value in any capacity versus like what I would actually consider to be work. Like I'm nonstop. What I do to me personally, so
Hey, be careful with those.
that at the
Might have been
knowing that
Atrocity.
I'm providing value for my time.
Kill him in Jara.
That's the hope. Yeah, it's like I'm inadvertently giving players revenue by giving them a larger platform. That's the hope. Venmo last shot $4. So, should they give me a portion of the prize pool that they eventually gain for their wins because I helped make who they are in their platform, you know? Jesus. So last shot should be like, give me, a little piece of it. That's 100 extra viewers right now. No, more than that. Got YouTube plus Twitch. I mean, you could give the same criticism to everybody else that does a watch party. So it's a complicated thing to talk about, right? Like, I know Scump was under fire recently, but like Scump brings so much to the game. He's watch partying different scrims and POVs, and people are upset that that's happening, and they're watching, some players think that they want the viewership and the revenue and whatnot. They're thinking, why is Scump taking all the viewers? It's like, I don't know, that's sort of the world right now, is people make their own content, build their own platforms, and whatever it is that you You know, as long as you're not directly stealing somebody's video and re-uploading it or something, you know?
Yeah,
Yeah, nobody's ever done that. Told me not to stream. Like, if I didn't exist and didn't do this, then the audience that exists because of this wouldn't exist as well, right? Like, there'd be less people that care about it at all, and then all the players are hurting as a result of it. So it's like, well, I understand where he's trying to come from. I think that I bring enough to compensate and to make this fair already. Yeah. I understand where he's coming from, but my counterpoint is I think I'm doing enough that this is fair.
I don't.
But at the same time, like, my viewership is reflected directly in the value that I provide, right? Like, people wouldn't give a shit about watching my content if I wasn't engaging in some way, right? So it goes all ways. Like,
Yeah, he's got a
if
point.
you're a pro player and you're not getting very many views, like, are you prioritizing your audience and content at all to get the views? You know what I mean? Like, there's all these different ways that we can look at this. Like, if you have like 10 views and you're a pro player, you have so much talent to be a pro player. Why aren't you getting views? Well, it sounds like you're not actually taking content creation side of it seriously at all. You're just putting your POV up there, not interacting with the chat, not really doing things that would warrant an audience. J Flip, thank you for the follow, brother. Welcome.
I feel like there's a couple Halo
Well, yeah,
pros
I
that
mean,
just put up the
that's it. Like, I
POV.
wouldn't have any viewers
Like,
if I wasn't doing something that was worthy of having viewers.
that's also like the same ones that do just
That's really all there is to
fucking
it.
streams from like their Xbox.
We wouldn't even have to have this dialogue to begin with, because I wouldn't even have the viewers, because I'd just be mooching and not providing any value.
No offense, but that's not entertaining to just watch someone's Xbox play.
He was talking about sharing the revenue of my Twitch stream with the viewer, with the person that I'm watching. So basically, in this circumstance, any revenue that I make watching Last Shot, part of it should go to Last Shot, is what he's saying. But my counterpoint to that is that by giving Last Shot or any player that I watch any extra exposure, they get new followers, which amounts to new revenue that they can take and work with themselves, you know? Yeah. Any way to change it? But if there was a way to streamcast and Twitch paid not only the caster, but the streamer, that would be a positive thing. Yeah, I think if I was to stream together with certain pro players and they were open to that, I'd be super down for that. We can pool our viewers together and our chats together, and that would be a way to help encourage that streamer. I don't know if they get a portion of the revenue, how it works with Stream Together specifically, but that might encourage people to go check out that streamer. I would have to coordinate that with like pro players, and they would have to see that as valuable. Like, I don't know, you know what I mean? It's like I have like 9 POVs that I'm looking at some days, and it doesn't make sense to stream together with 9 different players from 9 different teams, you know? Yeah, anyway. I mean, I think it's an interesting dialogue, but like I'm gonna basically carefully kind of talk you into reconsidering, I guess, is what I'm doing. But no.
King of the Hill.
Oh,
Hill incoming.
Hey, we call dibs on the
You're
hill.
not.
You think they fell for that?
Hill ready.
We've lost a teammate.
Enemy team took the hill.
Those bullets sting, Spartan. Devil hill.
Enemy A.
Hill control.
Target spotted. In my sights. In my sights.
Your team about to score. controlled. Your team scored. Hill incoming.
In my sights.
Hill ready.
Translocator inbound.
Enemy team took the hill.
Translocator's up for grabs. Spike obtained. RNRT with that gun, Spartan.
Hill controlled.
Active camo inbound.
Enemy team took the hill.
A good old-fashioned takedown. Active camo available.
Hill controlled.
In my sights.
Enemy team took the hill.
S7 sniper available.
Enemy about to score.
In my sights.
Hill controlled.
Damn it, I hate that fucking jump.
Target spotted.
Your team about to score. Your team scored. Hill incoming. Hill ready. Perfect.
Quantum translocator available.
Hill controlled.
In my sights. In my sights. In my sights.
Just the headshot. I can
Enemy there.
Enemy team took the hill.
Maybe. I don't know if I would have had the sniper out on.
Stay mobile. In my sights.
Active camo inbound.
That kid just got a triple. Sir, that should have been a trade. I heard that last shot hit you dead in the fucking mouth.
Enemy about to score. Hill controlled.
They're close.
In my sights.
Enemy there.
Enemy team
You just
took the hill.
perfectly shits out a grenade with it.
Power items available.
Enemy team scored. Hill incoming. Hill ready.
In my sights.
Hill controlled.
Or if you hit the headshot as a fucking aim assist. God, for controllers,
Target
right?
spotted.
Enemy team took the hill.
Not fucking good. Stop it.
In my sights.
Hill controlled.
Active camo inbound.
Target spotted.
Active camo available.
To work that, dumbass. Hope you got away with it, stupid.
Your team about to score.
Quantum translocator incoming. Good shooting, Spartan. Translocator's up for grabs.
Teammate.
Enemy team took the hill. Enemy about to score.
Okay, he was already up there?
Hill control. Your team scored. Hill incoming. Hill ready. Enemy team took the hill.
Seven sniper inbound.
Did all that just to die?
Enemy about to score. Hill control.
Two of you are absolutely getting shit on and need to just stay in the hill.
In my sights.
Enemy team scored. Hill incoming.
Bitch, fucking suck my dick.
Hill ready. Sniper got him. Enemy team took the hill.
Lost a teammate. Spartans are closing in.
Power equipment on the field.
This is the guy top mid. See that.
One minute remaining. Hill control.
Great flag, Spartan.
Enemy there.
Enemy about to score.
We can hill, dude.
Another one down.
Shooting, Spartan.
Shit on.
Kill. Hill control.
In my sights. Enemy there.
Enemy team took the hill. Enemy team scored.
Fine.
Hill incoming. Double kill. Hill
Dickhead.
and not getting up. Power items have arrived. Active camo inbound.
Nearing victory. Enemy team took the hill.
Target spotted.
Active camo available.
Target spotted.
Victory.
Uh, a little unreasonably close, honestly.
You're saying, but you are saying that a portion of my revenue should go to somebody else, though.
Where, guys? Where?
Which, you know, while I know that
Watch
this is
out,
not
TV.
your intention, what you're implying is that I'm not really
And they're top side.
worthy of the success that I'm achieving from this, sort of. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like you're sort of indirectly applying that I'm not
Watch out,
doing
watch
good
out.
What
work.
fucking
enough
move?
to
That was
warrant that I earn
insane.
my full
I got
on revenue
ripples.
for this, you know? Just like I'm
That
not
was
taking
such a
offense
good
to it, I'm just
fucking
saying,
play
I
right
do believe
there.
You understand what you're
Spawn
implying,
snipe, getting out tower 2.
and that's why I'm sort of pushing back. I get where you're coming from, and I can respect that, but at the same time,
Yeah,
by
right.
saying what you're saying, you're also
get
saying
it,
that like maybe this guy doesn't really deserve to have the
They're
viewers
ring
or
on
the
there, come
revenue
on.
that he's getting to himself. Anyway, we're on Piggy's POV. They're currently up 2-0. Fortress bomb. Anyway,
Capture the flag.
I'll get the series scores. My bad. We kind of
Nice
just get
power.
situated here.
Right here. Scammer.
Hey, Dino, how we doing? That's fair. I mean,
Upside.
Piggy,
They're going.
Piggy
Go out
is
tower 2 dead.
underrated in my opinion. Like, dude
Yeah,
puts
I
up
mean, in the-
fucking
in the-
stat.
Target spotted.
You get camo or did they get it? Oh, he's behind you. On you, P1, one shot.
Oh, I actually feel kind of bad about that one.
Another one right here, jump up. He drop. Either high hall. Here's weak. Oh, you too. They're pretty dead. Last guy's Achilles. Oh. High hall one shot. Go you too.
Target spotted.
Arthur. We're done.
Down, and not getting
Go
up.
fridge. Go fridge. We.
That shot got way too many of us.
I got P2 right now.
Enemy there.
Going Carl. Or you two going
Active camo
Carl.
inbound.
Dead.
You make those bullets sting, Spartan. Active camo available.
Got camera bottom there. Dead.
Cut 'em up good.
Target spotted.
Top P2.
Keep your head down.
Shrooms. Eat. Spawn fridge.
We've lost a teammate.
Two ones out. He's like two. Derek. Two more util. Two util. Up. Your flag. Cross snap. Table one shot. Good. The shrooms going yellow util. Up util. Other one car 2. One car 3. Hold on. 2 util. Game. One shot util. Our shrooms. Dead. One shot util. Other one dropping on you. I haul weed. Split car 2. They bounce backwards.
We've got camo. In my
Active
sights.
camo available.
For 3. Top mid in car 3. Yeah, heat wave on pizza. Camo's bottom mid. Picked it up on bottom mid right now. Keep one. I think that's camo.
They have our flag. Not good. Enemy flag carrier revealed.
Yellow table, P1.
The enemy carrier has revealed themselves.
Purple road. I got sweet.
You make those bullets sting, Spark. Get home, Spark.
One good. One good. 3v1 P2 right now. On the fridge. I'm gonna just keep this alive for a second.
Oh no. They know where we are. You've been spotted. They spotted you, Spark.
One shot P2.
Flag return.
Somebody sub. We
Enemy flag return.
one. Other one on flag. Other flag. One. Probably gonna pull it. 3, 2. Util running flag. 1. Absolute.
Active camo inbound.
For 3. They said another one's out.
Good. The enemy carrier has revealed themselves.
Top him.
Active camo available.
Another one pushing Util right here. Another one flag. Lead, drop.
Return.
Back to their flag. Util flag, lead.
Keep your head down. You're under us.
Data P2's one there. North side. Go up. On our high hall. That part 3. 3. Touch. Flag weak.
Enemy flag return. 5 minutes remaining.
They've taken our flag.
Our flag one's out. Both of them. One's dead.
An old-fashioned takedown.
In my sights.
See him. Went up behind him. Went our util. He's in our util. Util.
Return.
They have our flag. Not good. Active camo inbound.
Back quickly. Guys lit up on top.
Target spotted.
Flag returned.
The util. Those weed. Like, top of it, par 3. Enemy
Enemy there. Target spotted.
one weed.
My sights.
Two yellow table. Part 2, and now jumping up. Par 3.
Target spotted.
One pizza, another one there, wheat. Flag. Running about a minute. I got wheat. Another one in their util. Their util. Going util wheat. I got one.
Hail Mary.
Or 3 wheat. Black guys headshot. Util. Yeah, another one there.
Active camo in.
Enemy captured your flag.
An ally took their flag.
Bridge. Dead.
You make those bullets sting, Spartan. Way to paint a target on our back.
One shot. Yeah, car 1. Yeah, car 1.
Target spotted. In my sights.
1. Bridge wheat. On our flag, it's on recov wheat.
Enemy flag returned.
To the courtyard.
Flag returned.
Flag out to
Good old-fashioned takedown.
them. Still.
Target spotted.
1 minute remaining.
3. Car 1, one shot.
Enemy there.
Good P2. Flag. Flag. I've shot someone.
30 seconds remaining.
Three. Car 2. Bridge up to 1.
Defeat.
have mobile.
perfect world, people are following Piggy and following these players, because that's what I'd like in the end of the day, is that you guys go ahead and become fans of these players, and we have more fans of the esports. So that's all I'm trying to generate here.
I can get bomb.
As far as sharing revenue, I don't know. It's not really something that I'm actively thinking about. I hope that I hope the whole community gains revenue and gains popularity as a result of my efforts. So I'm hoping that's enough.
He's above you with bomb. Good try. Let's go.
Thank you, Deco. I appreciate that, man. All right, we can agree to disagree. That's great.
Trying to nade it. Our side, ring one. Left flowers, one shot. Damn.
Clean. What's the problem with SSG? Type !SSG and check out Broward's YouTube video.
He's our tower. Our tower one.
Where he compiles the full discussion with APG, with Maniac, and myself was in the video too. I thought it was a really good discussion.
Never died with us.
We're going to probably watch it together a little bit later.
Drop Jason?
But I thought that'd be a cool way to get you guys in here and also let you know, or get you onto Broward's channel as well, right? Because Broward made an excellent video. So we're giving other people exposure by being live here today, too.
Outside ring.
How much do you reckon it costs to fund a team with the coach to attend an event?
Their tower 2 still?
Fund a team with a coach? Probably a lot. Thousands. I'm not sure. I've never done anything like it. I've never been on a team that was funded. I've never... So unfortunately, I'm not a good person to ask. But I would assume like at least 5 to 10 grand, 10 grand maybe. But I really don't know.
What do you think for a
Watching right side.
what,
it the wrong way.
4-day tournament?
Very tricky.
Technically, it's
associated with
3 days of you being there. You need a day of layover time. So
dialogue is about how they're underperforming.
Our wing husk.
Lumberjack, thank you for the follow.
so technically 5 days. Because they don't get done until late on Sunday. They're not going to leave right after.
That is just good Halo right there. That is just
Yeah, I
Damn
think-
good Halo.
Oh my God.
3 months on a streak. Love to
I
see
would
it.
probably say 1,000.
Interestingly, I will say I get very little revenue from the viewership on my streams. Most of my revenue from Twitch comes from the subscriptions that you guys pay for, so that means a lot to me.
That would probably cover food,
And
travel,
that's also not strategic on my part. I could run more ads. I could do more
and
to get more
so
money.
there's
revenue from the
variables because
viewership
some
on its
people
own,
could
but
drive, some
majority of the revenue comes from the subs.
Yeah, ring 2. 2 guys right side. Collect above me.
Haven't quite figured it out just yet, Kaden.
like if it's in Dallas or whatever. Some people, there's a lot of people in Dallas. You might not actually have to pay for it.
Collect still ring.
So,
Thinking about grad school? UMGC is waiving their application fee
Best
through
case
May
scenario,
30th.
though.
Low cost tuition, 100% on
the 1K is. 1K is.
Most pro teams operate at a loss, I would say. They will make revenue from selling merch and make revenue from associated sponsors, or their investors will, you know, give them the funding to do what they need to do. They might have some wealthy investors who think that over time the investment will be worthwhile, but most of the time as an esports org, you're operating at a loss. Unfortunately, unless you're working in a highly successful esport with a ton of popularity and you're
Yeah, that is a
pick up
good
notoriety
point.
really quickly somehow.
Any of them operate at a profit?
Even for the big orgs, their actual following isn't great. Like, people follow orgs for the players more than they follow for the org itself, unless the org does a really exceptional job of standing out amongst.
Other than
the
that,
rest,
would any of them
merch and
operate
stuff like that
in the
people really
black
get
at this
behind.
point?
But
They've all got to be in the red.
you'll see social media platforms for a company like, let's say, TSM, and you look at their Twitter and the amount of interaction they get on their social media, and it just so pales.
I
in
thought about that.
comparison
That's a good point.
to the
None
success
of them,
players
except for
themselves.
maybe Optic and Face, would
Johannes!
operate out of the black at this point.
Welcome back, brother. Sleeping. Thank you for the follow,
Just-
man. Johannes, thank you for the 50 knots.
You're just
Let's
trying to
go.
get as
Welcome,
close
man.
to
How you
even
doing?
as you can.
Breathtaking. It's definitely worth watching. It's a
That's
good-
kinda
a good
gnarly. I didn't
listen,
even
right,
think about
KB?
that.
I really love how Broward put it all together and got the best.
'Cause I'm sure
moments
FaZe
from
makes
our
money, but
reaction
that's
of it,
through
and
multiple
the best moments
facets.
from the Maniac,
For
from the Optic
content
podcast.
creation.
Really cool.
Like they do FaZe House.
Top snipe.
Because people sub to you because exactly, because for the work that I do. Value. And also my stream is, while I do watch Board Guy, thank you for the follow. While I do watch other POVs, and scrimming is the primary content that I've had in the last couple months. Like, I do a lot more than that for the community, of course, right? Like,
Yeah, their wing and their bond.
it's just that the last couple months, majority of my focus has gone into scrimming because you guys have been watching it.
I'm flying with bombs.
Yeah, there's a lot of overthinking going on with SSG. This could be the final plant right. Or wait,
Hurry up now, hurry
it
up
should
now.
be it right here. Precision with coverage to kill Ezio. Not quite gonna. With 3 dead, send it with the final pig, but he doesn't have help. He'll get a trade. That's the most he can hope for. They only have 2 minutes on the clock here. The likelihood that Omit turns it around is low with what's left. It's currently 2-2 with MV Omit, 3-0 Shopify Complexity. I'll add that right now.
I killed one of their snipers. He's right here. Watch out, Steve. Killed out. Didn't kill him?
Just like that, right?
Watch out their bond as well.
I think it's like $7.50 Canadian.
Ooh.
I think I looked it up the other day.
Watch out, bomb.
What
Watch
is
out,
this?
It's
bomb.
around seven
Watch out, bomb.
bucks, or maybe 6
And
to
the tower,
7
tower,
in that
tower.
range.
Canadian money more than ours?
That's good to hear, Keek. 1 minute left for 2 plants. Not going to happen, right? They're starting to see play balls here too, just to keep it off the map as long as possible. Piggy going to push out.
Spawning on you, Yak.
Their armory, while Yakson up above, has a sightline on the spawners here. Not going to let them breathe.
Watch out.
Ooh,
Collect somehow
that's
winning the fight. Piggy
unfortunate.
maybe jumping early, having
bomb.
to miss that final shot. Collect going low off the strafe. Somehow dodges it. Wins 2. Gets the star and descendant.
Unfortunate.
Last second moments of brilliance. It's not going to be
First guy,
enough though.
Right there, weak. That's
Amit's tweet
that's
didn't
I
mention
have
a
tower,
coach.
tower.
They
He's
might
right
not
here,
have
so-
one. Not yet, at least. SSG were the real God Squad before the season. Yeah, on paper they were though. Like as far as overall accomplishments in Infinite, they outclass
Obi's weak.
every other team
Our trench
in that
weak.
regard,
Basement,
right?
watch out. Basement,
Like
watch
there's more World Championship wins collectively on that roster than any other
out.
one.
The repulsing going out.
But that's not, ultimately what wins games and series at the end of the day.
Use our basement.
Okay, that's going to be it for this game. 10 seconds left for 2 plants. It's not going to happen. It's going to be 3-2. Envy versus Omit. This Envy team has had interesting stats when it comes to scrims, right? Like they definitely had a honeymoon period where they were winning scrims that you wouldn't have expected, or they were tying Optic that was kind of out of nowhere. But now that they're playing Omit and they're tied, it's sort of giving me a better impression of where they might stand. Still thinking, top 8 to top 12 range unless they prove otherwise.
Wait, is World 1 coming back?
Optic is the same accomplishments. They don't have as many total World Championship wins. This is a pretty simple, or sort of surface level way to compare the players on the team. But basically, you got 3 plus 1 plus 2 plus 2, right? 9 total. Am I getting that right? Or 8 total World
That was
Championship
almost a
wins?
good turnaround on that. That was insane.
Oh, an Infinite. I said an Infinite. Yeah, I guess you're right. But still, then, I get. Oh, do they have? How many do they have in? Snakebite has 1 in Infinite, maybe. Lucid has 1 and 5. Formal has 1. Everybody on Optic have 1, I guess. So 4. So they still win there too. Like, it's super fucking negligible. Point being is your accolades don't determine your placement. The biggest thing that we're learning is just how important chemistry is and play styles, how well play styles mesh.
I played with him the other day.
It's the same? What do you mean it's the same?
Guess he was playing his ranked matches. This motherfucker was going off.
World 2 streaming? I didn't see him streaming, but I can go check after. This is last shot. Top 5, maybe even top 4, mark my words. In comparison to some of the other teams, like TSM, that's been beating SSG and FaZe, it's hard to put Envy above TSM right now. I would put TSM above them, and Nemesis I'd put above them too. Envy scrimmed the last drop pod. He said they didn't really want to play. Implied that they are onliners. Yeah, I mean, they seemed more annoyed with the team than I'm used to them being with other teams that they play against. Like, and not just Formal, like Renegade seemed like kind of pissed off about, I don't know if it was like Precision or something. Like, they do seem to. There's almost like a lack of like respect, or I don't even know. But I think because they don't have LAN accomplishments, they're like really good online. That
Enemy Spartans are closing in.
Our team took the enemy flag. You've been spotted.
Closing in.
Capture.
Over shield inbound.
Enemy there. Firing over shield.
Over shield available.
Spartan down. Enemy Spartans are closing in.
You're fucking lying.
Enemy flag returned.
You make those bullets sting, Spartan. Power weapons incoming.
Grab that S7.
Power weapons have arrived.
I should have been no pistol shots to drop that shit. I don't know how to.
Enemy flag returned.
Oh, okay.
Thrusters acquired. Enemy flag carrier revealed. Over shield inbound.
Enemy captured your flag.
A good old-fashioned takedown. Our team took the enemy flag. You are an artiste with that gun, Spartan.
Enemy flag returned.
fucking grenade. I'm really upset that launched me all.
Overshield over here.
Power items available.
They got a web. Shields are down.
See, like, that doesn't make any sense, right? That nade exploded right on him, and I still put 4 more shots into him for him to go 1 shot. Why'd you go that way? Just make the jump.
Flag returned. 5 minutes remaining.
An ally took their flag. The enemy carrier has revealed themselves.
Enemies active and on the
Enemy
move.
flag carrier revealed. They know where we are. They spotted us, Spartan.
Flag returned. Enemy flag returned.
Flag on mark.
Shot caller.
Overshield inbound. Hell of a job, Spartan. Overshield available.
Pushing it, bro.
Down. And not getting up. An ally took their flag.
Target spotted.
On our flag, 1 shot. Pinged him. I pinged him. How did no one turn around?
Enemy flag carrier revealed. Power weapons on the field. Powers? Oh no.
Enemy Spartans are closing in.
Flag returned. Flag captured.
You make those bullets sting, Spartan. Shield inbound.
Yeah, you're over here fucking commenting me, but you're willing to call out my 1 shots real quick. Didn't say nothing about it, bro.
Taking cover.
They have our flag. Not good. Come up good.
Flag returned.
Flag right here. Enemy there.
remaining.
Target spotted.
10 seconds.
Power items on the way.
Victory.
Put me back. Server. I hate that fucking server so much.
That maybe they're not taking them as seriously, but I really don't know. Playstyles is a big thing, yeah. They have the right pieces, exactly. They're well balanced. It's not that every player is like cracked out of their mind, fast moving on the map, especially when you look at somebody like Formal, but they complement each other really well in the way that they play. And they're able to play off the high pace efficiently. Three players who have experience as IGL, at least, yeah. Snakebite sort of took more of a step back from that role later in his journey with FaZe. They don't have me. Solved. This is, I think, an issue with Last Shot's stream, by the way, where his internet is a little spotty, right? So I find that the broadcast freezes more often, and the quality of the broadcast is lower than the others. Kind of a shame. I know, but it keeps freezing, right? What do I... If Royalty never got banned from the first event, the entire landscape of the game is completely different. Interesting. Interesting idea. Or thought. I guess, yeah. Because then Formal wouldn't have subbed. And if he didn't sub and play as well as he did, who knows? I mean, he probably still would have gotten out optic. And then Sentinels would have had more time to figure things out. Maybe they wouldn't have split.
Up for an adventure?
Always.
DreamHack is next weekend. We're closing in. FaZe versus SSG scrim? No, really? Wait, how's that happening? Because it's supposed to be FaZe. It's supposed to be FaZe versus somebody else. All right, chill. I'll watch some. Trippy stream is the only POV. Okay, I see. Relax. 40 seconds to close this out. I guess this is over, right? This is over. They're not going to get 2 bomb plants in 30 seconds. This is a last second change, right? Because FaZe was supposed to play Gen G, so they made a switch. Maybe we update the thumbnail? Is Jay in the chat? No SSG POV at the moment, unless somebody goes live.
King of the Hill.
Restrictedness of the esportification of rosters, orgs, and all the paperwork and hoops slow down the ability of teams to change things up. and I kind of miss chaos. Like, you don't feel that.
Hill incoming.
If they want that hill, they'll have to go through us. Well, you. Mostly you.
Hill ready. Enemy team took the hill.
Enemy there.
We're 10 seconds into the game. Please shut the fuck up.
Hill control.
Active camo available.
Enemy team took the hill. No scope. Double kill.
Hell of a job, Spartan.
Target spotted.
Your team about to score. Enemy team took the hill. Hill control.
Not enough.
Your team score. Hill incoming.
Translocator en route.
Hill ready. Hill control.
Translocator's up for grabs. A good old-fashioned takedown.
Hill control.
Camo inbound.
Enemy team took the hill.
You've got camo.
Down. And not getting up. Shooting, Spartan.
Hill control.
That 7 sniper inbound.
Your team about to score.
7 sniper available.
Your team scored. Hill incoming.
Enemy there.
Hill ready. Enemy team took the hill. Hill controlled.
Stay mobile. Lock their shields.
Quantum translocator available.
Enemy team took the hill. Enemy team took the hill. Hill control. Hill control. Your team about to score.
Enemy there.
Shooting, Spartan.
Your team scored. Hill incoming. Hill ready. Enemy team took the hill.
Active camo inbound.
Up there.
That one grenade kills me? What?
Tango's closing in.
Hill control.
Power items have arrived. Oh, cut 'em down quick, huh?
Nearing victory. Victory.
Good game. Off of it. Yeah. I was feeling a second surgery. Keep using the wrong. Oh, why I don't have oh. Mm, holding the wrong shift key, dumbass. Wrong keyboard. Holy. Dummy. Okay. I hit this. This should switch us. Okay. Ow. Problems. Over.
So I might just need more reps on the game, but I've been sitting around 1460-ish. I mean, it's hard because it's specific to the player, you know what I mean? Eternal. I don't know, like take a good look at your own gameplay, do some VOD review or something, and try to think about where are you weak as a player and how you can improve those aspects of your game. Do you have a set strategy for every map and game type? Like, how intentional are you with everything that you do in the game? Do you know how to correctly play King of the Hill in every map? Correctly play CTF? What's the perfect way to run the flag in CTF? How do you ensure that happens the most often? Or oddball? Where do you want to be when you're holding the ball? Where do you rotate when you're holding the ball? Like all that stuff. Might be worthwhile to work with somebody.
Copilot, draw an instructional cartoon showing my dog how to roll over.
At 10:28 a.m., you couldn't teach an old dog new tricks. At 10:46 a.m., you taught.
Trippy putting things together with this combo, though. All as we say it, right? Coming out with a headshot on Snakebite. Penguin Falcating to lock things down to the silo. It is kind of wild thinking about that dialogue, though, about the whole revenue sharing thing. Like, if only you guys know how much time and energy I put into my work and received very little. Like, I've got a platform, don't get me wrong. But, like, making money in Halo, it's not easy, man. Tanius, thank you for the follow, man. Welcome.
Well, easy.
It took me years of making, like, terrible money to get to where I'm at, you know? And some of these pros, like Trippy, for example, you know, they've earned it, don't get me wrong. But excellent salaries, excellent prize pools and winnings and whatnot. Some really good money in these guys.
I would want us a salary to play.
Anything less interesting than people talking about money? What about Trippy on
fucking
Frenzy?
killing frenzy, bro. That's
Safe
crazy.
to say everything is less interesting than what I'm seeing on my screen here. Trippy with the shock and the camo, gonna trade out that
Who's
combo
on
that
it?
put to perfect use, still cooking faces. Finding Snakebite. Doesn't even feel bad for SSG in their circumstances right now. He gets the double with that nade he left behind. Gonna drop. Oh, it's so perfect. Everything about this. Kill him. Can he live here? No, he will not. If he just got the back smack as he dropped, that would have been so clean. 13, 14 kills, something like that, uncontested. The top teams, at least 6 figures, I would assume. How do they look? I don't have insider knowledge, but at least 6 figures.
Shit, someone find me an org. I'll play for 60K.
Unless you're the one talking about it. It relates to you and it's going well, I guess. Maybe there's some dopamine there, but yeah, it's not exactly fun for you guys. What's happened to SSG? Type exclamation mark SSG. There's a really good video that Broward put together talking about their circumstances as a team right now. We can look at it a little bit later. Favorite series of all time? I mean, Arlington was so fun to watch that it's definitely going down in infinite history. Like the whole route from Optic and just the grand finals, I think. I'll start with that.
Halo right there.
Sleeping.
That is just damn good Halo.
My God, Prime Gaming. Let's go sleeping. Welcome to the way, man. Sincerely appreciated. Sitting at 2140 right now at a 22 hundo. Thank you, sleeping. As around the face, it looked comfortable. Trippy coming out with an uncontested, 13 kill spree is an indication that they got a hefty advantage in recharge ball, at least for now.
Slayer.
That's it, Casey. And then if you do the same thing on Twitch, exclamation mark SSG. You don't have to watch it now, obviously, and I'm planning on maybe looking at it later with you guys. But really cool discussion. Talking about SSG with comments from Stellar himself in there.
Earn the most kills, and we win.
Yeah, my third shot just.
Gained the lead.
Couldn't have reloaded. I didn't know he was there though.
Another one down.
Lose that. Why are you in our... What the fuck? You get camo while we were up there? What the fuck?
Lost the lead.
Oh, how? How, Sway? Please die.
Target spotted.
Lost the lead. Enemy halfway.
Cut him up good.
Double kill.
Well, would you look at that?
Come on, dude. Just stop shooting your gun for a second.
Camo inbound.
Gained the lead.
Active camo available.
Lost the lead.
You gotta be fucking kidding me.
Stay mobile. Make those bullets sting, Spartan. Shields popped. What's there? Down, and not getting up.
Gained the lead.
You make those bullets sting, Spartan.
What the hell?
Nearing victory.
Active camo available. Down, and not getting up.
Enemy there.
Lost the lead. Minutes remain.
Where did you go? Why did you run away? Like, why would you run away right there, dummy? Both of y'all, 11, 15, 14, 15, y'all need to learn how to fucking stop dying. Even made a bad play with camo and didn't die as much as you stupid.
There. Thanks to APG. Now the lethal team in the mix. Lethal, like C9 lethal, because I agree. Vibes, sweetness. Thank you. Welcome. Vibes, sweetness. Welcome, welcome. Yeah, I think it's time for lethal to break into top 4 and do some damage to top 2. How about that, you know? With C9, or maybe we get another roster mania. We put lethal back with Snakebite or something like that, you know? Penguin should be able to replace and collect that ball. It didn't get played off. But he's alone in back C, and he doesn't get away with anything.
Good Halo right
Vibe with the immediate sub.
Halo. My God.
My God. Vibe Sweetness, thank you so much for the Prime Gaming sub. Welcome. Love to see it. Return of the lethal.
Did you know you can AFK Bloods and Zaya whilst learning to code in Python? Go to boot.dev.
Replace Legend with lethal. Yeah, because Optic is having problems right now. That sounds right. FaZe very split in that exchange earlier. Penguin was completely alone C, and then Trippy up on top gold, like rotating too long to get to. I'm not really sure how they ended up so split from each other. Giving up an opportunity for ball time. Numbers advantage to SSG here. They will collect ball. Try to get it out between the teams through pipes, right? This player with ball is a perimeter player. He's got to be ready to drop and slide. Trippy just death camming the whole sequence as he plays out goal. This is the weaker side of the map. Off the info that he has. Camo coming up here shortly, though. They've already lost 2. Nice collection. 3v2. Deleted by a nade and then shot across the map by Eco. Last remaining player is suppressed as he looks to defend the camo. They got seaside spawns to get to it, but SSG collecting time while it happens. 4-0 at least, right? We're going to add FaZe SSG to this. I believe this is game 1. I'm the Halo content creator. Yeah. What's up, Ken? Enix? Think Tusk would help Lethal get a job at the drive-thru window? What'd I just read, bro? Yes. I think he would. With the fries in the bag. Kill him! Eco coming out with 2 to at least thin the defenses, but FaZe winning that fight? No, but the spawns are in pipes. They don't get out with ball, and Trippy doesn't have enough shields to safely rotate, so the spawns are nearby the ball. They play at the bottom mid. I like that at SSG. Keeping it away from FaZe if they do get collapsed on. Trippy, not an interesting decision to go back for the stickies. Enzo coming out with a trade here. This is kind of a chaotic game of ball, especially on FaZe's POV. Not looking as clean as the first round. A little bit disconnected on that push, right? His teammate was pushing pipes, and Trippy was running back to Sticky, so they weren't together to win the team fight, and then he's kind of caught out with his pants down. Numbers advantage SSG once again. Ball in a baitable location. They need kills before they get to it. Shock is up here too. Thanks to Falcated, they come out with 1. Gets me 20 plus hours here. Fries in the bag? What do you mean? I think the thing with the fries in the bag is what transferable skills do you gain that help you with anything else in your life? That said, you can argue that maybe with your gaming, but like, I don't know. Maybe you get some communication skills. Which doesn't really help you in any way out because you don't want to do that forever. $20 an hour for McDonald's? Is it $20 an hour? There's no way. $20 an hour US for McDonald's? Because what McDonald's are you working at? Doll hairs. In Canada, it's $20 an hour? It's been so long since I've had like a typical job that seems like a lot, but knowing how expensive everything is in Canada right now, it's not. 24 an hour starting? Ooh. I remember in high school, I used to work as a lifeguard for 18 an hour, and I thought I was like the coolest kid. because 18 an hour back then in high school was like a big deal.
18 an hour when I was in high school.
But yeah,
and
the whole economy is
fucking
completely different now.
grown ass adult.
Yeah.
So when I worked in high school, fucking minimum wage was still $5.15 an hour. Like I was working at the bowling alley at 14, all in ninth grade.
Give him an access point to get the back C with it, but there's likely players in C
A
going to
pin
wall
chaser.
too. So
Worked as a mechanic.
what can you do to defend the ace?
That shit was $5.15 an hour.
Get ball rotate opportunity. Got to collect it through the shrouds.
I thought getting like $450 every 2 weeks. I was fucking
one damage on Lucid. Lucid cleans it up. Lucid looking for more, won't find it. Should give him a couple seconds with ball.
I'm like,
And
bro,
we'll
if I
pushed
don't
by
get
the remaining
fucking
2 players of SSG that have spawned.
$500 a week, I'm
So, at least.
broke. I'm
Yeah, there goes Stella.
hurt.
Finds Penguin. Suppressing trouble now too.
$500 a week is a bad week.
Like
Like I had a week off type of shit.
Don't take too much
What up,
damage.
Homer?
Interesting.
What's up, dude? What are you up to?
Grapples the combo off the
Working?
wall. And he's got a second grapple for the ball if he needs to. Camo's up here too.
Good shots. Oh my god.
Fight with the fuck.
Let's shut the fuck up. I knew you weren't gonna hit it. I knew you were soft. Oh god, I'm dead. No! I shouldn't have bounced that so far. I should have bounced it off the wall. Okay, stop to pick up my weapon. Photo editing? Yeah. How are you? I'm alright. You know. You vibing. Day off today. Good try. Good shots. Photo editing? Getting a dick into someone's hand or something? That'd be great. I hear you, bud, but I'm one shot. Needed 1 second. I didn't need you to keep pinging shit. Oh, I thought I slid off the fucking map right there. I was about to be upset. Oh, that guy behind me, and I tried to drop. Need to go make a sandwich or something.
Over shield inbound. Over shield available.
You thought it was gonna be enough, but it wasn't. What I was aiming at? No, I didn't see you there because you blended in with the fucking rock. Fuck the glow. You should be forced to be a fucking red or blue.
Flag return.
Flag right here.
Power weapons inbound. Cut him up good. Our team took the enemy flag. Power weapons on the field.
Flag captured.
Shooting, Spartan.
Killing spree.
Hey, bud. I'm coming. Oh, I thought that was a headshot. You son of a bitch. The kid quit. Unfortunato for them.
Enemy there.
Overshield available. Get it home, Spartan! They know where we are.
Victory.
I really didn't know you could make that before.
Right? That little LT ADS action at a PJ finds the 5-shot before his teammates pinch that player on both sides. That's a huge opener kill, making it impossible for FaZe to get to the ball here with 30 seconds. SSG likely have this round. Joey? Complexity winning 200 over SR. No freaking way. In strongholds, 8 seconds left in this round. This one's done. You would think, right? Nice round. Bro, do we check that? Now they have a trip cap on them, though. 200-0 comeback at a last shot? Can they do it? It's currently 1-1 in the SSG FaZe game as we're trying to watch all the Halos simultaneously. The quality on this POV is incredible. I can see every pore on his Spartan's body. Trip cap once again for SR. I'm sorry, this is Last Shot's internet, chat. Just Last Shot's internet making it impossible. Can I at least get 720p? It says it's 720p. This ain't 720p. They have A, B, and C. Does it look like this on your guys' screens on, like, if you're not watching me right now? Yeah, but do I want to watch Sparty's stream when they fall apart? Sparty's got a different issue. He's got insane contrast. All right, they flipped the map. AB here. Now they'll pass the 200-point mark. Got some pretty good coverage. Rel 2 not going to give him any space to breathe. No trade. Obviously, he's a good option too. Cena or SSG. I can't even talk about SR. SR winning the team fight as Frosty and Cycle take their picks. They'll get access to B, and Sparty doesn't really have time to break this. Damage on Cycle. Will probably get pushed out. You can tell he's anticipating it because he knows the pace that SR play at. He's thinking, we're going to get pushed immediately at A. Can he defend it? His teammates already getting involved out back. Blue Pipes dies alone because of it. Obviously, maybe getting a little ahead of himself. Nobody on the team ready to support it. Sparty from A wins the 1v1 on Frosty. Good lockdown. They at least have this. But they're bleeding him dry, bro. Cherish and B doesn't get out with it. B gets reset. This player's now solo in B.
Now that I use Monday Service, AI makes solving tickets my form of meditation. Monday Service is a ticketing platform that helps us manage and automate our entire service operations with efficiency and with no code needed. IT, HR, ops, or any other department. Everyone can manage ticketing their way and stay on the same platform so we can create a unified experience for our customers. Every incoming ticket is automatically categorized and the repetitive issues get resolved. Whatever tickets are left get routed to the right available rep with recommended resolutions and next steps. And you can see it all here on our dashboard. We customize them to focus on the strategic stuff, identifying company needs and opportunities so we can finally be proactive and also showcase.
Should be able to get it. Obviously waiting on C-Jump. Gets deleted by Last Shot with a sticky. Who knows he's there? The gap is closing. I'm getting concerned. Beautiful 5. We're in and out of quality right now, bro. No, you can. So if you go to your accessibility settings and you go to text size and you change it to large or extra large, you can change the size of the UI, including the kill feed and everything else. Text size. What is happening? Accessibility settings, text size, and you can change.
That's one logo.
All of that.
Needle sniping, half full weak guys sniping. Yeah, back hydro, there's a guy, so.
I recommend large. Large is a good sweet spot.
Myself.
239, 240 and counting. Bro, it's happening. The passion has left the comms on complexity.
I can hit back.
Frosty with 3. Frosty with a triple. He'll take back B at 248 as they trade it for A and win this.
Get the
You knew it was about to happen. Wow, bro. They were up 198-0. And SR pulled it back and won it. Another classic icy play out of SR. This game is over. What happened with FaZe and SSG? It ended fast. SSG won. SSG took the FaZe game, too. It was looking so good.
Target spotted.
Bomb taken.
How will we?
Bomb army. Bomb taken.
From the tower.
Target spotted. Enemy there.
Cut him up good.
In my sights. Enemy below.
Oh, thank heavens. The long-range weapon.
Bomb taken.
The trench. Elbow one shot.
Down. And not getting up.
Thankful. Hated it. Weak.
You make those
Armor.
bullets sting, Spartan.
Target spotted.
Or
Bomb reset. Objective incoming. Objective ready. Bomb taken.
Overshield
side room too. A window. Blue, one armor.
In my sights. Tango's closing in.
This is down. Got a tower.
Bomb reset. Objective incoming. Objective ready.
They packs a wallop.
Bomb taken.
Wing one shot. Wing absolute. Either armor on pyro.
Enemy there.
Tower, top tower.
Power weapons on the way.
Bottom or top. Her elbow will snipe. So our elbow will snipe.
Bomb taken.
Hit the trick.
In my sights.
Oh, keep dying.
Enemy
I go on bottom of our tower. Ledge to bottom tower. It's weak. The weakest. Enemies one shot our arches. Our arches beat. Get that for it. Alright, basement. Yeah. This is our basement. Up our.
Get the objective. Bomb taken.
Sweet.
Carrier kill.
We are going to French. Everyone, I think. Tower. The tower. Bottom tower, one tower.
We are doing pretty good, huh?
Next one.
No, I actually feel kind of bad about that one.
To their porch. This one's out.
Bomb taken.
One's out. A window. And into our ledge. No one ring on. Up their bomb. Yeah, that was their bomb.
Bomb reset. Objective
Up tower.
incoming.
Top of their tower.
Objective ready.
Laser sweep their tower.
Bomb taken.
Bottom tower.
Target spotted.
Their armor.
Bomb taken.
In my sights.
Carrier kill.
French with 2 shots, 1 spiral. Jones armory plat.
5 minutes remaining.
Beat.
Reset. Objective incoming. Objective ready.
We are doing.
Bomb taken. Bomb taken.
The trench. Going courtyard. Arches. Made it up.
In my sights.
A window, 1 shot. A bonfire one. Dead.
Double kill.
Overshield inbound.
Wait, on tower.
Bomb taken.
Weak. No else. 3 dead. Last guy's laser. Basement 1. Basement right now. Steps. Armor. Armory 1 shot.
Bomb taken.
1 shot, so.
Carrier kill.
Well, yeah, hated it.
Bomb
Sweet.
taken. Bomb army.
1 shot tower.
Bomb army. Bomb dropped.
Back flag.
Bomb taken.
Nice. Throw it out.
Enemy there.
Off the rack.
In my sights.
Underpass.
Bomb army.
Up on top.
Bomb dropped.
Hold on, he's one shot. One shot.
Bomb army. Bomb army.
Didn't want to get back smacked. I could hear him steps when I went for it.
Score. Bomber.
I'm on mouse and keyboard. I still don't want to get back smacked.
Enemy there.
Get the
I know, but I still don't want to get back smacked. My butthole gets tight, man. I don't like it when people sneak up on me.
Overshield available.
One shot bottom of the tower. Their tower. To our reverse. The other one on R2. Big one.
In my sights.
Tower? Our tower.
bomb taken.
Going on our top tower and arches.
Bomb taken.
Big one's out. Good.
In my sights.
Yeah. On fire weak. Laser.
Bomb reset. Objective incoming. Objective
Up
ready.
tower. Another tower.
Bomb taken. 1 minute remaining. Carrier kill. Bomb taken.
Your side ring too.
30 seconds remaining.
Close.
Bomb reset. Objective incoming.
All right, he's on the way.
Oh, he's absolute. I would have picked this bitch ass.
Objective ready.
Hey man. Wasn't derogatory.
The objective.
Wasn't derogatory, man.
Bomb taken. Bomb armed.
That's a wallop.
Somebody I think. Well,
Bomb armed. Nearing victory. Objective incoming. Victory. Objective ready.
this is a big kill. Touching my fucking nose. I like it.
For him. .50 SR.
Take like a 5-minute break. Birding. Take a sandwich.
Versus complexity. We're busy now. 4-2 Envy versus Omit. And 1-0 SSG versus FaZe. No, FaZe won the first round. SSG, we watched them clutch up and win the second round, and then SSG went and won the other one after that. So FaZe looked so good in round one. Trippy was on a 13-kill spree before dying to help them secure that first round, and then they fell apart. FaZe and SSG match up well with each other. This is something that we talked about. They get shut down hard by SR, but for whatever reason versus FaZe, they are more comfortable in this matchup. And there's a chance that if they play on LAN, SSG could come away with this win, preventing FaZe from getting top 3. FaZe won round 1. SSG won round 2. The round I watched was round 3? Oh, shit. Oh, my God. My bad. So they were already one round up when we joined the broadcast, is what you're saying. All right, I suck. My bad.
This is Pod 5, the first fully immersive sleep system. Intelligent, adaptive, effortless. It doesn't replace your bed, it transforms it. Pod 5 listens and responds to your needs in real time, adjusting temperature, elevation, and sound while you sleep. Built to give you all-night comfort with an adaptive sleep surface that fits onto any mattress to personalize temperature, so you and your partner sleep just the way you like. Pod 5 features a new hydro-powered blanket that wraps you in full-body immersive temperature, giving you double the cooling and heating coverage. No more overheating, cold wake-ups, or blanket wars. Just deep, uninterrupted sleep. Plus, a base that lifts to automatically ease snoring, shifts to zero gravity for full body restoration, and now features integrated surround sound to help you fall asleep and stay asleep longer. Select how you would like to unwind, with white noise, nature sounds, or exclusive content from Dr. Andrew Huberman. And when morning comes, no jarring alarms, just warmth, a soft vibration, and gentle sounds, waking you when you're ready the way nature intended it to be. 3 elements, infinite personalizations, giving you exceptional sleep without exception. Contactless sensors in the pod track your heart rate, breathing, sleep stages, and more. And it uses artificial intelligence to go beyond just tracking. It learns from your data and optimizes your environment in real time to keep you in deep sleep for longer. The new health check is a breakthrough in passive preventative health. Without any wearables, the pod quietly monitors cardiovascular and respiratory health during sleep. Using clinical-grade precision, it leverages the hours that you spend on your bed to conduct a review of your health every night. Designed for anyone who won't settle for just okay sleep. This is Pod 5, the only way you should sleep.
EVE Online is a vast universe, alive with the unrelenting activity and combined history of its players. Pursuing lives of adventure, warfare, and prosperity, they share this existence in the biggest single shard, free-to-play MMO of all time. Set 21,000 years in the future, EVE takes place in a distant cluster of over 7,000 star systems known as New Eden. It is a rich and diverse universe featuring densely populated havens of relative safety governed by 4 great empires. Hostile systems where player alliances make the rules. Even regions of anomalous and unexplored space that hold their own secrets. You play as a Capsuleer, a revered breed of highly trained pilot, having achieved immortality through the use of cloning technology. You navigate the universe encased in an armored capsule deep within your ship, where you have complete neural control and function as one. There are hundreds of ships to fly in EVE. Everything from small, nimble craft and versatile mid-range vessels to formidable warships and colossal freighters. Each has advantages and suited roles, but all are completely customizable as you decide how to equip and arm them. What you do in New Eden is entirely up to you. Eve's immense sandbox gives you the opportunity to choose between multiple professions and activities. The key to this unique customization of your playstyle is skill training. This is a passive process, and it continues whether you are in or out of game. As a new player, you can focus on one specific area in order to quickly reach the same level of specialization as a veteran. So be adventurous and explore new avenues of development for your character, as you can always change role and reinvent yourself if desired. If you want to fight, combat in EVE can involve solo missions against non-player adversaries, or small group skirmishes, while for some, it can even be the thrill of fleeting up with thousands of fellow pilots and battling over disputed territory. If you want to explore, then the discovery of uncharted space and ancient regions that promise riches, danger, and adventure await you. You can also engage in the business of prosperity, be it industry, mining, or even interstellar piracy. The beauty of life in New Eden is that all of these activities, and many more, can be done alone or with others. A unique in-game market, unprecedented in scale and degree of player control, is the beating heart of New Eden. Players are responsible for the manufacture of almost everything you can buy or sell. The gathering and refinement of resources, the building of ships, equipment, and even some space stations. EVE's players are core to how the universe is filled and how the economy thrives. Players in EVE can band together to form corporations where they can enrich their experience, learn new elements of gameplay, and share their wealth and goals. When these player-run corporations grow to become larger entities, they can merge with other corps to form alliances. Powerful alliances regularly compete for control and influence over large areas of space, waging wars and engaging in record...
Okay, I didn't realize we were jumping into round 2. Yeah, I watched round 2. Okay, we saw the tail end of that game. I'm out here catching everything, not even realizing it. It's currently 1-1 in King of the Hill. Thank you, guys. We got a grueler of a matchup that continues. Spawn advantage to SSG as they are shifted to A side of the map here. Trippy spawning in mud, far away from the hill. We'll see what Falcon can do from Big Door to maybe open things up. Trippy once again spawning back tower. Sold out Hudson Precision, now they're utter dog shit. I hope Complexity outperform those teams on land just so that dialogue can get flipped upside down a little bit there. Poor Complexity, man. They're just trying to figure it out. I really don't know. So the bullying, yeah. Sparty's gotta level it up in land and prove him wrong. This is a near perfect tail out of SSG. Trippy spawned back tower 3 times in a row. They've not found an access point here. They do get a couple dead, though. They'll flip the setup last second. And if they somehow set up around this and slay SSG, maybe there's a chance. Eco gonna die here off the nades. Spawners coming in from B, likely with Penguin occupying tower. This is a good setup 4 phase to control, currently 3v3. Maybe he was a little bit late to the tower push because it looks like the spawns got split. Trippy jumping over the door to support his team and stay alive here. Nice execution on Snakebite. Not going to find... Oh, that's going to kill him. That's just within range of the spike, I think. This looked like it was. SR never lost to OG except Grand Finals. That was the one time they lose to OG and people say OG is better. OG won the tournament, so they're first seed in the next tournament. That's the end of it. What are you saying? Oh, Optic and SR were, apart from the scrim that they played, they were like tied in wins. SR's better at scrimming, but on land, SR has not proved that they're the better team yet. Just if we go raw wins to losses on land, Optic has actually got more wins in total than SR does, I believe. Including Kason. Yeah, the Kason event, they tied in wins. They beat them in winner's bracket, and then they lost in the lower bracket.
Huzzah! Sounds tough. Let's go in together. I brought some ammo.
Oh, so now you brought the ammo. Fuck you, Mary. Just wait a second, okay, lady? I need this.
Ooh, baby, I masturbate.
Don't just look at me, help.
Or they lost in Grand Final. And then at Arlington, they got significantly more wins than SR did. Or at least a couple more, right? When they 4-0'd them in the bracket reset. In round 1 of Arlington, yeah, in game 5, says 1. And then Optic 4-0'd them in the winner bracket to reset the bracket. And then in game 7, they won it. So Optic gained 4 more wins over SR on LAN for games, basically. In total series, I guess they've won an equal amount of series, but Optic has won the grand. Or no, maybe Optic's won 1 more series as well. I'm going by games, but if I go by series, then Optic has won 1 more series, I guess, right? Because they won winner's side of Kason and then lost at the end. That was the same amount. And then they lost in winner's side of loser bracket, but then they reset the bracket, and then they won the next series after that. So they've won 3 versus 2 series, 3-2 in total series. Yeah. But like, is one team better? I wouldn't say like one team is definitively better. I would just say that Optic is the #1 team right now according to their win, like their first seed. They earned that. So as of Arlington, they were the best team, but by Dallas, they might not stay that way. It varies from day to day. Anyway, semantics, bro. It's a crazy hill to lock down for FaZe. They kind of need it, right? To tie up the game. Comfortable positioning for the timer with less than 2 minutes here. Camo coming up, though. SSG going to have to cut their losses and get that camo. Defending Suppress to do it. I love that push from Penguin coming up through A plat with a pinch. Keep him off the camo here. He dies as well. Leaving Trippy isolated at Keydor. He gets 5'd by Lucid. Foul, the only one to defend this. Got a sniper for it. SSG aggressively playing out their angles to give space to camo to get out with it safely. FaZe somehow spawning an A behind the camo. I'm not sure how that happens. And that might be enough to pinch it. I'm not sure who picked it up. War Turtle, welcome to the chat, brother. I'm doing excellent. How you doing?
War Turtle tunes in for every one of his streams.
Okay. Yes, SR is better in scrim statistically. Yes, definitely. They're the best scrim team. That's a different conversation entirely. HCS sanction or something pro teams do on their own? It's something pro teams decide on their own. They can choose to never scrim if they don't want to. It's all practice. It's not for anything specific. Just to be prepared. There have been periods in Halo where we've had like an actual pro league, you know, where more regular matches took place that were commentated and covered by you know, it's sanctioned and whatnot, all that. But nowadays, unfortunately, no. SR, yeah. On top of that, they play more scrims than Optic. Like, I'm seeing the criticism from my chat. People saying, "Where's Optic? Didn't they scrim like 3 days ago? What's going on?" Right? Like, you know, whether they're busy, whether there's cancellations, I don't know. SR started earlier with their practice in the season than just about anybody, and they also have played more scrims because they've got like, I don't know, like 2,000 to 3,000 more total kills in their Halo Data Hive stats versus Optic, telling me that they've just played more Halo online together.
2,000 to 3,000 more
Optic
kills.
missing practice opportunities? Is SR working harder? Like, what's that? You know, that's interesting. But they keep getting canceled. Yeah, I don't know. We're sitting at 3-2 here as FaZe pulls away with a minute left. Difficult situation to be in if you're SSG. With the camo coming up in 4 seconds. FaZe already occupying the hill as well, trying to take advantage of both of these items at the same time. Big 1v1. Snakebite wins it.
That was such a good
Lucy
1v1.
Will Snakebite get out through cuts, though? Somehow. Oh my god, beautiful rotate, right? Like, how does he even know? It's like a 50-50. If he goes towards C, he's screwed. He goes towards A, he gets out perfect. Oh, and then he dies to Falcon with a back smack. That sucks. Everything was looking good there. Trippy somehow getting killed by somebody occupying tower. He spawns in dummies. Tower not cleared. Somebody ratting. Kills Trippy from behind. And SSG pulling away because of it. Got him on a good stagger here. They're not wasting any time putting pressure on these spawners here, too. But the timer stalled at 49 seconds. Just about captured, too. Similar to Splitgate 2 to Halo. They're similar but pretty different as well. I don't know. You gotta, how do I explain that? They're arena shooters. Mechanically, they're very different. Gameplay, like rule-wise, they're pretty similar. 30 seconds and FaZe shut this down. SSG just need a sliver on the hill, but FaZe is all 4 up. And with some good defense, they could force him to get it desperate here. Trippy somehow winning that fight with Eco was huge. Occupying the back of A. He's deep back there. Finding damage on Lucid as well. Lucid now in big trouble. Beautiful reaction shot out of Trippy. And with his team dead, he takes no wasted time to wrap the map. Good work at SSG to still find the hill. Trippy pushing for setup on next. And doing work as he makes his play, right? We're in OT territory now. It's a 3v3. SSG will spawn first. Trippy with a double dilemma, and he navigates it perfectly. Almost finds Snakebite, but great positioning and awareness to drop that guy as he comes out of tower. Literally just started competing. Second. Sure, but I mean, the crazy thing about the best talents in the world when it comes to Halo and esports is they rise up into the scene very quickly. What happened to Shotzi? Why is Shotzi on Optic right now? Because Shotzi, within 1 year of competition, won a tournament. Like, he came in 2017. By 2018 March, he won a world championship. You know, it's like some of the best players in the world, they come out of nowhere, seemingly. And they don't take long to get to the top teams. So, Last Shot and Cycle following the footsteps of a player like Shotzi or like Renegade back in their time. 30. 3 dead. So close to capping it, but FaZe shut them down. And a healthy amount of time to get some coverage with all the sandbox in their favor, right? They got camo control in the hill. Trippy with 3 shots in snipe and a nade in the back pocket. 2 players occupying B here if they do make the push through big door. Trippy's got the left side locked down. They're already staggered on SSG. Rough situation to be in. They have time to push this out, so it might make sense for them to wait on the chow and push it together. Snakebite going to drop to Trippy. He's got 1 more bullet. Can he put it to good use? SSG somehow sneak into the hill, and FaZe out of position to defend it. Last second, they'll get in. Huge 1v1 in the hill. Foul surprise coming out with kills. Full shielded player. Who is it? Jumping in is Eco. Eco looking to save it. He dies to Foul. At least comes out with a trade. SSG going to keep the pressure up. They might as well at this point. Got no time to do anything else. Up through dummies they come. Snakebite with a shutdown on Falcated. Trippy dropping out might not be a good idea. He finds a kill, but he's not present for the hill. It looks like it does work out, though, at least. No, they're going to cap it. Somehow, Trippy with 2 kills. And Falcade, my worry when he dropped was that he can't get back to Hill easily, right? That was my biggest concern. It's like he dropped to kill Snakebite, so it was valuable, but at the same time, now he can't be the guy to get in Hill. And then Suppress was too late to get the rotate over. What a game, right? SSG somehow, with enough players occupying Hill to keep their feet in it long enough to win the game on phase. Trippy with 30 kills is insanity, bro. Nearly 7,500 damage. Barely any assists, which shows you how much he was cleaning up, though, right? Penguin had, I think, 28 assists, which is nuts. 16 kills and 28 assists. That's a wild POV to witness, right? A lot of kills maybe slipping away from him, but at the same time, he's very involved, doing a lot of important damage. But because of that, SSG find themselves up 2-0 on a freaking knife's edge. And that's a good series of Halo. We're going to put more focus, I think, on SSG phase at the rate we're headed. Might make sense to switch the thumbnail up a little bit. Let me see what... I'm not entirely sure why either, Merkin. I mean, Optic is the #1 team according to the Arlington placement, right? So sometimes SSG has had a way of like they don't like to scrim what they think is their toughest competition usually. There's also better relationship ties between SR and SSG from like their friendship standpoint, right? Like Snakebite and Royal 2 are like brothers. They go way back. So I'm not surprised that the lines of communication are always open between SR and SSG, and it might be a little bit different with Optic. Play bad against SR, and their current benchmark of getting better is improving versus... Yeah, for sure. Chat, do we stick with Trippy? Oh, is it Bomb? Okay, I kind of want... I'm going to watch Last Shot. I don't really want to watch Fortress. I'm not going to. Wasting Snipe is one of the best things you could do. It's incredible. Strat opposed to giving them the weapon. What's up, APG? Welcome, man. What is the reference about? Are we talking about Frosty? Yeah, APG, if he's talking about Frosty in game 1 of was it game 1 of Grand Finals when Frosty, it's like Stronghold's live fire and Frosty just starts burning Sniper right away? Like, I agree that burning Sniper is a very good strategic play in a lot of scenarios, but do you think that was... Do you think that Frosty made a good play in Grand Finals, burning half the snipe right off the out the gate?
Now that I use Monday service, AI makes solving tickets my form of meditation. Monday service is a ticketing platform that helps us manage and automate our...
Because I feel like in that specific scenario, I kind of want to push back because it made it seem... to me, it made it seem like Frosty was just trying to shut down Renegade and almost wasn't confident in his ability to pop off with the sniper as much as he wanted to ensure that Renegade didn't pick it up. That's a cool counter argument in that what Frosty could be saying is he believes that if the sniper's not in play, they're the better team, right? That's like a cool way to flip it. So if the sniper's not in play, we're going to outgun these guys with our bandits, is what Frosty's kind of saying. Did that in H5 consistently, and it wasn't about John. Okay, fair. However, I feel like if John wasn't on the team and if he wasn't popping off as much as he would, they might not have done that in the way that they did. I don't know. Yeah. I think your point is valid. At the same time, though, it did feel like a hard counter to Renegade because Renegade was on freaking fire. You know, there was no denying that. Renegade looked like the best player in the tournament leading up to Grand Finals, just about. So the perspective I got from that was like, if this was any other team, SR would have just cooked with that sniper, but they're not because they're worried that if Renegade gets hit, they're going to be in trouble. But yeah. Wasting bullets is, in a lot of situations, a great play. But I was also looking at that and thinking, like, the key to success for Shopify is for Frosty to do what he does best and be that MVP, be the spotlight, focal point player. And he was sort of like giving away his aura is how it felt, you know? I'm like, Frosty, you're God, bro. You God. But this is just me as like a spectator. Anyway, interesting dialogue. this is done, we go. Sorry, phase. This is G. What are the odds percentages that you give up snipe every time you have it? How many teams actually use a full snipe? I don't know. It's very hard to predict that, right? Like, I think it's about, like, control. It's hard to control whether or not somebody's going to get the flank and kill you with a sniper, especially off the opening strat when things are sort of chaotic. And maybe it's just about ensuring that the probability is not going to be in their favor and trusting in their ability to win the game without the snipe in play. So I think that's, like, a valid way to look at it. However... yeah, I also saw it the other way. Yeah, they definitely did it back when they were on Togs. Immediately threw them off. That's funny. That would piss me off. That's like a mind game, though, low-key. Like, if I see that, I just get mad, like, right away. I'm like, are you serious, bro? Throws the weapon off, full ammo. It's like sacrilegious. That's 8 bullets down the drain. That's 8 kills. I guess there's that aspect of it, too. This fucker. Like, if I'm Renegade, I'm pissed, bro. It's like, that's my killing spree he just threw away. And we are at war, as usual, as things are in Fortress, right? People just dying left and right out here as we try to secure an opportunity to get a plant. Tower side coverage is suppressed, but immediate access to the bottom of the base here. SSG moving quickly to try to get something started. You got to touch on the ball to keep it in play. Eco with the opening pick on suppressed for a numbers advantage. Make it 3v3 as Penguin finds a trade. But they're all corralled into the corner of the map. They got to find a way to spread out and break through bottom base here. Lucid going to be the first one to press it. Maybe could have waited a little longer. That Broward video is great, by the way, APG. If you haven't seen it yet, he did a really good job of compiling everything. He got you and Maniac's podcast, and then he got, I think, some of the best moments from my reaction to your video, and then went back to the podcast. That was really cool. Hey, sounds good. Just like nice and to the point, summarize like literally all the important talking points, I think, in regards to SSG, while putting forward Miquin's idea that I was parroting Miquin's idea about doing the guerrilla warfare, what is it, 2v2 splice tactics. All those little things, really cool dialogue.
So you think you know Wix, but do you really? First up, we've got shape video masks. You can use different shapes to create completely different vibes and aesthetics. Or you can create your own graphic. I use the shape composition here. Just import any SVG file and set it as a shape mask. Nice. Next up, we'll keep it moving with the hover box. You can use it to animate any element and create these really eye-catching interactions. And what I love is that the level of control you get here is crazy precise. You can set your animation ease, scale size, and position to create this really dope effect. Third, we've got the mega menu. This not only lets you organize your site menu into different subcategories, but it also looks amazing when you add in different elements like text, buttons, images, and pretty much anything you can think of. And last but not least, we've got My Designs. This feature lets you...
Broke, you doing okay, man? Starting to feel like we might have exhausted the topic. You know, let's move on a little bit. Nicely done. Foul finds Lucid. Good access point to the elbow here, occupying both sides of the base. This could lead to a round of slays if played properly. 2 players, 1 shot trapped in that corner. Surprise going to replace it with a bait and switch. There they go. Bomb moving with it too. Trippy just trying to live. I love the survival out of Trippy. As long as he's in the play, he's a nuisance for SSG here. Can they get them rotate though? Collects the sniper first. I get it. A little bit slow on the rotate with the ball off that little opening they created. There's 3 up in the base here. This is not going to last long. They're going to be at a disadvantage here soon. Trippy's got to find a couple spawn kills. We're not hitting faces just yet. Francisco, hello. We're looking at SSG phase. We pivoted a little bit because hold on. Didn't realize this was going to happen. It'd be an honor. Yeah, it wasn't like the most viral clip from one of the events last year. APG just cussing out, who was it?
This is the way.
Thor. Thank you for the follow, brother. Welcome.
This is the way.
Who was it? He's talking shit, and it was like the most. It popped off harder than like any gameplay clip from an event last year. It's pretty funny. No, it wasn't. It was I can't remember his Silence. I think it was Silent. Talking trash. Silence. That's who it was. Yeah. He's also who said watch a fucking Shyway video or whatever. Yeah, that guy's funny. Sparty versus Ryan, they won. Sparty said, "I'm your fucking dad." Oh my god. We're blaning. We got 3 minutes with no bomb plans. It's a typical game of Fortress Bomb. Nothing happening. Bro, come on, bro. Yo, bro, what was he doing? Why is he... Sheet, if he's directing that type of language to anybody, then I don't think I want that in my chat, man. Come on, let's not, you know. Let's not fight, guys. Watch a fucking Shyway video is hilarious, bro. They didn't compete in H5, no. I don't know about Cycle. Cycle was competing before Last Shot was, but I don't think he competed at H5. I really don't know. I'm sure he played. This is the loudest the audio goes for this, by the way. Bit of a shame. Made it 40 to get something done. Numbers advantage here. I love that bank nade on Spiral. Take notes. That's a beautiful entrance into Spiral right there. Before he hits the angle, the nade's already getting in and blowing up. Comes out with 3 in quick succession. That's a bomb plant. Last guy alive here. Somebody else has got to be planting. And it's got to be happening yesterday. Halfway through. 3 dead. Nicely done. With about 1:30 left in the clock, FaZe will stabilize, collect the first point in the game, leaving SSG in tatters, in shambles. Can they clutch up? SSG have clutched up 2 games back-to-back. It'd be pretty icy to see them do it again with this one. That or we got a competitive scrim on our hands. With earnings above 400K? If they have earnings like that, it's probably prize pool dependent as well, right? Like, there's salary, and then there's prize pool, and there's also things like sponsors, and yeah, a lot of different ways that they're earning revenue. Consistent with the what? Yeah, you've been killing it, ABG. It feels, I don't know, something about this year of Halo feels like there's more momentum than we've had in a little bit, you know, and it's coming from the community more
Did you know you can AFK Bloods and Zaya whilst learning to code in Python? Go to boot.dev. We've known our students to pull it off. Here's how. Monitor 1, code. Monitor 2, level rune crafting. Before you know it, you'll have written thousands of lines of real code and even knocked out that Karamja Elite Diary rune crafting requirement. It's well known that developers make bank and work remotely, but only slightly less well known is that you'll never have to be bored while learning to code these days. No lengthy video lectures required. We won't tell you it'll be easy. It won't be, but it is fun. Even addicting if you love computers and puzzle solving. You won't be alone. Meet Boots, an expert computer scientist, accomplished wizard, and bear. He's an AI built with the most advanced models and trained specifically to gently nudge you and your code in the right direction instead of simply giving you the answers. We can't stand dark patterns. We won't allow any student to pay for something they don't enjoy.
Then it's coming from the devs, but it's still, I still feel optimistic about it. You know, not to discredit the devs. I'm just saying, like, there's like momentum from the community this year that feels kind of special. Yeah. That's gonna be it. That's a wrap. 2-1. I think we're in for a banger, man. I think this is gonna be close throughout. I know that SSG matches up well with FaZe, and FaZe may be looking for a little bit of vengeance, having lost against them previously. My only issue with like a year 6, year 5, or whatever is like, are we still playing the same game for 5 years, bro? We gotta have some sort of revolutionary overhaul by the end of this year if we're gonna get another year of this. It's fun, but I mean, year 5 of Live Fire, Recharge, Streets, and Aqua is like, bro. Welcome, Eli. That'll be fun. You guys should do it at every venue. And then maybe I can come by. But yeah, definitely do Worlds. Needs to get a community like Melee. Yeah, well, the thing about Melee is how grassroots it needs to be to thrive. Like, Melee, the community propped up the game, and also the game is sort of designed in a way where the community could prop it up. You know, it's like probably a little bit harder to do the same thing with Halo, and there is esports support in Halo, but yes, we need more of that community, grassroots, like, energy, for sure, where there's just so much passion here that they'll kind of defibrillate, you know, the scene, regardless of what kind of support the devs are putting in. I'd be happy to, ABG. Thank you, man. We're just talking to Eli, but either way. Nick, welcome. The day I don't have to see this game anymore is a good day. Oh. Yeah, I guess we've all had different journeys with Halo Infinite, that's for sure.
This is the way.
Switch back to BRs? I don't think that'll save it. Brainskins, thank you for the follow. Welcome.
This is the way.
Gatorade, thank you, man. Welcome.
This is the way.
Let's go. More consistency rather than wanting to change constantly. Constant change is how you lose a fan base. It is year 4 and we're playing the same maps, Mr. Dan. What do you mean? I think some change is justified. We need more maps. I'm not saying change the gameplay fundamentally. I'm saying, you know, more maps, like more sandbox. SR find themselves down versus complexity. Interesting reality right here. But I won't be surprised if they flip this game around about now with minute 30. All 4 up here too. Snipe control by, I believe, Royal 2 as they punch an opening. Gonna find an angle on Sparty here too. Numbers advantage SR. Back to the hill we go. 1 minute 22 in the clock. Randy Nades coming up from obviously back A. Ooh, I like that he got it started. Sparty comes back into the fray with good timing to find the trade. I can't even talk. But somehow Last Shot survives it all. Talk about SSG's problem. Yeah, so type !SSG and it'll link you to a Broward video that talks about it in detail. That was kind of the objective anything that I say would just be parroting that video. That video, like, summarizes it perfectly. I wanted you guys to check it out. There you go. Yeah, I speak in that video too. So it's APG and Maniac or the Optic podcast, and then it shifts over to me reacting to APG talking to Stellar, and then it goes back to the podcast. So all of my thoughts, or at least the highlights, I get out in that video. Stellar shot Lucid in the chest last night over a disagreement. Oh my god. This did not work out as planned. Right? Like, it looked like they had this. Somehow they fell apart, and Complexity said, no, you're not coming back this time. No ice for SR. Obviously going to die here. Should be an SR hill. Tie or they'll stop the timer at 16 seconds. This would be some, maybe unprecedented regain. Oh, will they even do it, though? Cherish with 2 from the back of A. Frosty looking to clean this up. Cherish looking for 3. Finds the trade. Incredible play at a Cherished to guarantee it with 6 seconds. And nobody in position to get there immediately. Cherish might have just won them the tail end of that game. Nicely done. I was expecting the SR comeback. It didn't happen. Shout out to Complexity. They find themselves a win in an OBJ match versus SR. They've looked actually surprisingly confident versus SR. This is Precision's POV as they're playing Omit right now. Let me give you an update on all the scoring. It's 7-1 right now. Shopify Complexity.
This is Pod 5, the first fully immersive sleep system. Intelligent, adaptive.
Five 3 Envy versus Omit. And then 2-1 SSG face. 10 seconds to close this out at a 3-1 with 9 seconds left. They will get the hill. But really difficult situation to be in if you're Envy. Precision's already in the hill to stall the timer. Oh, he gets out. They can't really afford to do much. He'll get out and grab the combo. Teammate going to replace him in hill with 4 seconds left. They got to perfectly lock this down. Spawns are open in golden A. This is a little awkward. Here's the spot. Good use of combo here. Morley or Hush, sorry, with the peak shot. Going to come out and clean that up. That should be GG's. Envy's back. Bro, it's pretty crazy. 12 teams in pool play for DreamHack, and every single team is sponsored. Envy, we got Omit now as well. Schoolwork. Hold on. You're breathtaking. Thank you for the $5 schoolwork. I appreciate you, man. Yo, Shyway, the Optic Halo podcast got a long-time COD player into Halo, and your vids have been invaluable for your learning. Got to plat last night. No problem, schoolwork. Thank you for the $5. Let me heart that. And good to see Optic and the podcast getting you into Halo, man. I know that COD's been kind of in a weird spot. It looks like it's been spiraling downwards a little bit. Halo has been motivating recently, so it's good to see hopefully you can enjoy both. Oh, yeah. Yeah, Envy's back. Omit from COD, actually. I believe they're a Challengers. They sponsor a Challengers team, Omit. They're now, they picked up Collect and his roster. God, the audio is so different here with Trippy. We're looking at a Slayer Aqua. A little early. Earlier than expected. Usually Slayer is saved for the end of the scrim. FaZe getting one in at game 4. Love that use of Threat Seeker, right? He sent it so far that it actually covered the top and the bottom of pink. Wins every COD Challengers. They have 2 teams. Okay, cool. Thank you, Eli. Yeah, I heard they're like the best COD Challengers team. So seeing them come over to Halo is a good look. We got Luminon that picked up a team full of pro players from the first 2 years of Infinite, which is surprising. Like, we could see some pretty interesting upsets in the open bracket with that team with, what is it, Jazero, Envied, who was Avenue, right? Diagram, and Neuronical. Neuronical was super talented, and he dipped from the scene at like 19. And he's back a couple years later, which is cool to see. That team was on Omit? Okay. Reading much into the fact that we've had some new orgs in Halo recently, considering we weren't sure we've even get a year at HCS. Are we reading too much into it? What are you trying to say, SX2?
Heard it.
Huge percentage of current COD pros were brought from Omit Challenger. That's good to hear. Look, it's a positive more than it's a negative. That's for sure. You know, it doesn't mean that we're saved or that like a Halo is on the horizon a year from now. Like you know, but it's still a positive, and I think it's also just a sign of a healthy esport. Like, we got a lot of work to do to actually become like relevant, but it seems like we're trending very slowly, trending upwards as far as the tournament viewership, which is nice. That Mercules guy looks super cracked, man. I don't know. With that new switch on optic, that might benefit him, right? It's going good so far. Watching you in your Tesla? No way, Charlie. That's kind of slick, I'm not going to lie. Server's having a bit of issues. It doesn't seem to be preventing Trippy from having 10 ping, bro. Yeah. Somehow winning that fight for Stellar is kind of insane. Trippy going to catch Stellar on the drop. Now down by 5. Numbers advantage here for FaZe. Collapsing into back yellow. Should be a cleanup on Snakebite, but he's looking elusive as ever. We're getting blood shots on him on the way out here, too. I like that pinch for Suppress, though. Should be able to find it. They die together. 4v2 with a map advantage and the camo coming up as well. This could be a little momentum string that Trippy
My
is
phone on the charger.
the leader of currently. Falcated coming out with an important pick. For car side, they got P and car control, which is a great prerequisite for the camo. We'll come out with it. Leaving thrust behind top mid there. Yeah, for sure. Another 1v1 with the help of Penguin. He comes out on top. 31 all, and all of a sudden, down by 7, FaZe completely flip it around off a single string of momentum. It's not looking good for SSG. Lucid getting pinched out solo. Trippy winning the 1v1 again. He had backed down, but he did the extra. Beat the reaction fight on Trippy, or on Lucid. Got to go to the bath. Wait, what? Bathroom? Tell him to pause the scrim. Huh? Yeah, unfortunately, even if I go to the bathroom, I can't pause it. War Turtle. You should just, or I was going to say, take me with you. Does having beef in the Halo comp scene aid in the popularity? Yeah, it does usually. If it's not like so, like, I think no matter what, it would aid in popularity, but you also don't want it to be so toxic that it's like problematic. But I think storylines and beef and all that is like part of the reason why people started watching Halo this year to begin with, right? Like the roster mania single-handedly breathed life back into the esport when Formal sort of nuked Optic. You know, some people are upset about it. Some people are excited about the new team. The fact that there's, you know, polarizing perspectives on it is what made the game, or what made things interesting. SSG love choking leads.
Well, man.
Damn. Trippy kind of shitting though. 13 and 9 right now for big games.
Flag return. No scope. Enemy Spartans are closing in.
All good. Fill up the map, bro. As fuck.
M41 Spanker available.
Oh god.
Another one down. Enemy shields down.
That's 7 sniper inbound. That's 7 sniper available.
Victory!
Trip 42 to 40. Falcated coming out with 2 big ones as well, make it 43. Should be a guaranteed trade in Fridge, and it is for a 2-kill advantage here with the camo up in 17. I like this play to Trippy to wrap the map and get coverage on the whole environment here through the car. Teammates likely spawning behind them too. They can fill in P side. He comes out with a trade. Trades are good for FaZe. Just don't give up that camo. That's the only key to success. Down by 1 right now for SSG. Bring life where there is none. Yeah. Zombified the franchise. We're undead now. I don't know what happened, but FaZe fell apart. And that might be the camo pickup for SSG that was the catalyst. Now 47. Trippy in big trouble here. Stellar not afraid to chow it out. 48 now. What was that about SSG? Choking? Hold on. Oh, wait. 48 to 47. Did I speak too soon? 48 all. Uh-oh. Last second tug of war out of FaZe as they do bring it back, and Eco's dead to rights. What's Eco doing? He's in Fridge. Oh, another player in Fridge. And Trippy deletes them both. 16 and 11 at a big game trip, and somehow a little last burst of momentum at a phase as they flip it back around and they take it. And I ate my words. I guess SSG did kind of choke it out.
Capture the flag.
The double jinx, bro. War Turtle with 5.
That is just good Halo right
Let's
there.
go, brother.
That is just damn good Halo.
My God. C-Mac, Simply, Shady's Nasty, Gadose, and Maru Dofu. Welcome, War Turtle. Ya freaking goat. How we doing? 642 subs, 8 away.
Tango's closing in.
They have our flag! Not good!
Enemy there.
They've taken our flag! The enemy carrier has redeemed themselves. Down, and not getting up. An ally took their flag.
Flag returned. Double kill. Enemy flag returned.
Active camo inbound.
Flag returned.
Active camo available.
Enemy there.
Make those bullets sing, Spartan! Our team took the enemy flag.
Perfect. Double kill.
Target spotted.
Flag captured.
Good kill.
Double kill.
Hell of a job, Spartan! Get home, Spartan! I see him! The enemy carrier!
They're mopping us up.
Enemy flag returned.
Active camo inbound.
Flag returned.
Active camo available. An ally took their flag.
Flag captured.
camo inbound. Active camo available.
Captured.
In my sights.
Return.
They know where we are.
Flag captured. Victory.
Hurt.
From 650. That's crazy, man. Sitting at 2141 right now. FaZe clutching that up brings the series to a tie at 2-2. Looking real good for the spectators, I'll say, right? You want to see a close series of Halo. Back to last shot. We're obsessed. 2-2 in CTF. Complexity giving SR a surprising amount of trouble. And I wonder why that is. Is Complexity getting better? Is SR not taking this seriously? Wardy. Classic Wardy. You never get the gifted? Ask and you shall receive. I don't think there's any beef in the Halo scene, not with the top 4 teams. There's, like, subtle beef here and there. Like, just the other day, Hoaxer and Precision were kind of going at it a little bit on the Twitter timeline about how the team split up. So, like, Precision seemed like he was beefing with Hoax.
Now...
Target spotted. In my sights.
They have our flag. Not good. Enemy flag carrier. A good old-fashioned takedown.
Flag return. Victory.
I don't like that guy. Hey. Kid.
Now that I use Monday service, AI makes solving tickets my form of meditation.
Or like Lucid and Formal, like, well, there's no like actual, you know, bad blood there. There is a little bit of beef. Lucid didn't want to leave Optic. That was a big part of his, he was a big part of that team. That was a big part of his career. He didn't want to quit on that. Upgrading to Blastoise, I mean, I feel like that's happened. He's been there, done that, and then decided, I'm going to stay as War Turtle because it's cooler. What's up, Caffeine? Oh, yeah, what's up? What's up? I was like, wait, what are you talking about? You want me to get more caffeine? Last shot with an expert-looking series of kills right there. From long range, he's snapping, dealing damage, right? Beautiful bank. Shut down, obviously, but his whole team is dead. Not much you can do except occupy hut. You got an audio cue that somebody's shields got popped right there, right? Coming out, peeking on Cherish. Likely, obviously, down low. No. Complexity effectively fended them off. And now SR find themselves back in their base with the OS spawning up. So Complexity could turn this into an advantage state with the map positioning they occupy right now. Obviously picking up OS, he will come out with it. What is going on? Cherish going to find Cycle. Obviously going to find another with the help of Mental. Now 2 up for SR. They're getting pushed out in back hut. Surprise attack by Mental. Obviously going to drop him. Flag moving with good timing here. Complexity getting out through underpass. SR struggling versus a team you'd never expect to do this much damage, bro. This is insane. They're coming out through underpass. I don't even think they have positioning to shut it down. Cycle's already on the bridge. He gets deleted by Mental. Mental ready for it. Last second plant. They'll get it. Complexity. 7-2? It's one thing to win like a Slayer versus SR. It's another to win 2 OBJ games. You know, maybe back-to-back. I don't know, man. It's kind of crazy. I'm drinking coffee, if Optic won Worlds last year, do they still split? If they won Worlds, do they still split? Maybe not. I don't know. I do think that the vibes seemed like... It sounded like things were sort of chalked regardless of placement. But also...
Once Human is genuinely one of the strangest games I've ever played, and they just reached out to sponsor this video. I think what makes this game so strange is a lot of Once Human's just going to feel familiar. Even in just my first few hours of gameplay, I'm doing the typical survival game loop, collecting resources, building a base of my own, but then I adventure to a new area and find these insane player-built mansions. The degree of customization and player autonomy in this game is pretty insane. As well as Once Human basically has Pokemon. Along the way, you can find these deviants, each with their own unique abilities. Some of these are just going to be a cute blob that you can place down and heal you, or hey, maybe you want a trained samurai that can teleport around to defeat your foes. There are a ton of these deviants all throughout the game, and you basically have to collect and capture them while also taking care of their needs. And then as you dive into some of the boss fights, Once Human takes a hardcore turn as it basically turns into Elden Ring. You'll experience intense mechanics, and many boss fights have some kind of puzzle to solve to win that battle. And believe me, this game has some of the most unique boss designs I have ever seen from a video game. I don't know where they got the inspiration for some of these bosses, but yeah, they're special. So it's like as soon as you think you understand Once Human, it just throws another twist at you. Like even the fact that the community around this game is also incredibly kind and willing to help you out. There's even a huge personal customization component, and teaming up here is incredibly easy. And if all of that wasn't enough, Once Human also just got a huge seasonal update that's going to bring a complete twist on how you experience this world, as now blood moons are going to occur every night. These will enrage nearby enemies and even drain your own sanity over time, but of course also offering you some incredibly powerful rewards. And yeah, Once Human's totally free, so if you just want to try this out for yourself, you can do that right now. The thing that really hooked me with Once Human was this wild setting, all throughout the world, and yes, this is a giant open world with tons of different enemies, biomes, and more to encounter, but also bizarre monstrosities. Whether this just be a giant bus enemy walking around minding their own business, or then cut to some humans with guns that will fight you like most other games. What makes this world feel so surreal is the crazy contrast it has at times. At one point, I was clearing out a fairly typical boss, just some military dudes with guns, but then I turn a corner and get shrunken down to my preschool self, and you're face to face with a claw monster from your childhood nightmares. That's what makes this world so interesting. A lot of the time, things feel fairly familiar. You're exploring around a big open world and taking down enemies or building up your base, but then all of a sudden Siren Head is popping up out of the ground, or you're going to war with a desk lamp. The creativity here is just over the top, but in my opinion, it works really well. In the early game, you'll get into this loop of collecting resources to build up your base and craft stuff. But then hey, here's a cool quest to complete that eventually leads into a big bad boss fight, where you of course will get even better gear and oftentimes find new deviants of your own. If you grew up playing Pokemon, these deviants honestly scratch a super similar itch. You have to actually capture these guys, and you have a % chance to secure them. And once you have them, you'll have to store them at your base, but from there you can have them sent out mining around or even collecting resources. But your deviant's mood matters, so you have to build certain things at your base to make them even happier, and alternatively you could store the deviants in your little backpack to call them out during battle. The design of these are super distinct and interesting. You can have these deviants doing all sorts of different things for you, and a lot of it's just really unique. And what I think will surprise a lot of players is how deep the crafting and gear customization of this game goes. Like yeah, it has one of the most extensive builders I've seen in recent time. You can make some truly epic houses with this game, but also the way you build and spec out your character has a ton of options for you. There are a ton of materials to collect, and you could fully build your armor and weapons, even doing further calibrations to focus on things like bleed, fire, or shrapnel, and trying to build out your character around
Game looks
that.
kinda gnarly.
It has a full-on tech tree and a bunch of abilities to unlock for your own character.
Move fast and kill faster. Active camo inbound. Active camo available.
are y'all running away from a weak guy? Number two of you running away from the same weak guy? I'm so...
Enemy halfway to victory.
Hear me slide? How did he know I was gonna be there?
Active camo inbound.
Shields are down.
Camo available.
Active camo here.
Gain the lead.
A good old-fashioned takedown.
In my sights.
Guys, why do we not know how to stay in one spot and let them keep spawning away from me? I literally spawned in between two guys right there. Like, what the fuck?
Double kill.
Active camo available.
Okay. I apparently spawned away from everybody. The only one who spawned red room. Please stop.
Tango's closing in.
Victory.
I think the fact that the vibes were that way made it impossible for them to win to begin with. You know, it's like it's hard to imagine a reality where they would have won when their mental state was sort of compromised. Would have had to been some kind of fluke. It's just a citizen watch. Obviously clutched the fight versus R2. Must have, right? Obviously kind of popped off at the end. Coming out with that OS, making plays. Mental doing good work to cover it, though,
Unfortunate.
too. Cleaning up Cycle from the bridge, like, immediately. Couldn't get any counterfire in. Obviously, his POV was available for that, though, too. I missed it. Dead Zone says, Worlds or break months ago. Worlds or break months ago. Like, whether or not they won Worlds, they would have broke. What do you mean?
This is the way.
Teams watch
King
other
of
teams
the
to counter
hill.
strategies? A little bit. Devins, thank you for the follow. I think teams generally focus on themselves. And they'll watch, you know, their own VOD and then the enemy team that they lose to when they're watching their own games, you know what I mean? Versus, like, watching other people's...
Hill incoming.
If they want that hill, they'll have to go through us.
Anyone push bend?
Hill
Oh,
ready.
for myself.
Enemy team took the hill. Hill control.
Another one down.
Enemy team took the hill.
Tango's closing in.
Listen.
Active camo in.
Hill control.
Enemy there!
Your team about to score.
Can you just fucking die? I hate that shit so much.
You make those bullets sing, Spartan. Shock rifle inbound.
Enemy team took the hill. Enemy about to score. Hill control. Your team scored. Hill incoming. Hill ready. Hill control.
Enemy shields down.
Enemy team took the hill.
Tango's closing
Push in, please. Let's go. Open power.
Enemy team scored. Hill incoming. Hill ready. Hill control. Hill control.
In my sights.
Shock rifle inbound. Active camo inbound.
Your team about to score.
Shock rifle available. Active camo available.
Your team scored. Incoming. Hill ready. Enemy team took the hill. Hill control.
Enemy Spartans are closing in. Enemy there.
Your team about to score.
Keep it up.
Your team scored. Hill incoming. Hill ready. Enemy team took the hill.
Camo inbound.
In my sights.
Active camo available.
Enemy team took the hill.
Lost a teammate.
Shock rifle inbound.
Hill control.
Shock rifle available.
Enemies below us.
Enemy team took the hill. Enemy about to score. Enemy team scored. Hill incoming. Hill ready. Enemy team took the hill.
Stay mobile. Active camo available.
Hill control.
Another one down.
See, I don't understand that dumb shit. I should not have to ego chow that. You should have been dead.
Enemy team scored. Hill incoming. Hill ready. Hill control. Enemy team took the hill.
This guy randomly on truck, just pushing around. You knew he was there. You didn't ping him, nothing.
In my sights. Target.
Hill control.
Enemy Spartans are closing in.
Nearing victory.
Shock rifle available. Active camo available.
1 minute remaining. Victory.
Be back in a little bit. I'm gonna have dinner with my mom. Be back around 8 or 9.